Grand Rising, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everything is okay and you guys are having a beautiful day. This is Denzamos, and you are welcome to the channel of Truth, Enlightenment, Freedom, and the channel of Breaking Empaths Free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality. I talk about personal and self development. And if that's what resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us. Give us a like, share this video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. This video, we are going to discuss the relationship with spiritually gifted people and the reason why you are not ready for that relationship. So if you know that you're not spiritually gifted, there's no problem with that. But when it comes to relationship, it will be impossible. So we may be actually talking about chosen people, okay? People who possess some rare type of gifts. Intuition, psychic abilities, clairvoyance, many of them. We can talk about many. Now, those individuals have a completely different type of energy, okay? You will sometimes meet those individuals along your journey. You could even get attracted to them. You want to be close to them. You want to know more about them. But let me promise you, ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing you always have to know. It's going to be difficult to have a relationship with those people. Those people have very rare, extraordinary spiritual abilities, okay? And when it comes to an old soul, that one you can't even start. When it comes to an old soul, I could say it could even be more difficult for old souls to find relationships, maybe even more difficult than other regular chosen persons, okay? Spiritually gifted people, they desire connections. They do desire connections, intimate connections. So it doesn't necessarily mean that because somebody is spiritually gifted, they don't feel or they don't love or something like that. They do desire meaningful connections, intimate connections with someone. But there's always a problem when it comes to relationships, okay? So sometimes you're going to realize it could have been different, for example, back in the days along their journey. It could have been different. They could have been usually dating normally, because they're not activated. They could have been dating normally. But still, for the most part of it, a lot of those relationships, they did not work out. So many relationships that actually they have been in previously, many of them have not worked out. And post-awakening, it's going to become very obvious that those individuals are going to be usually alone. As the spiritually gifted person evolves, so does their energy change, okay? And so do their spiritual abilities manifest. So they manifest even deeper into their spiritual abilities. And usually, for any relationship with a spiritually gifted person to work, it simply has to be a person that is very most likely on a similar frequency. More or less, you don't have necessarily to be on the same level, but you have got to have some form of an energy that is very similar to theirs. So, a spiritually gifted person, when you come in their presence and you meet them on the first time, there is some things they are going to know about you that you don't even know about yourself. I'll say this slowly one more time. There is some things that they are going to know about you that you actually do not even know or can't even see about yourself. They are going to scan your entire system. They are going to scan your physique. They are going to scan your spirit. They will scan everything about you. And for some reason, something is going to click very fast that that's not the one. And sometimes it's a shame because sometimes you have a person that you are really attracted to, like physically on this 3D, and you feel like you can be around them, and maybe they are good company, at least even on a physical level. But as you tap into this, deeper into this spirituality, you're going to understand that these people, they're not on your frequency, and they have got a very disturbing energy. That energy is on a very high frequency, and that energy is not the kind of energy that you'll always be encountering on a regular basis. It's not the kind of energy that you see on a regular basis. Okay, so that will be an energy that you will not usually see or encounter on a regular basis. It will be an energy that is very different, and I can promise you, as much as you really like these guys on the 3D, you're going to find it very frustrating to be around them. Okay? Because first of all, remember that these people, number one, they're already comfortable being alone. They like relationships, but they are not like really very desperate out there looking for somebody. They desire to have these connections, but they're not looking for it. So when you come around and show up in those people's lives, they will be attracted to you, or you will be attracted to them on the 3D. They may like the way you look. Maybe you have a very cute smile and, this beautiful body and everything is okay. And they do really appreciate you on the 3D. But those people, they just simply know. They are just too tapped in to see that the farther you guys get along is the farther is the more complicated that relationship is going to get. And sometimes they don't want to take that route. Okay? It's going to be a very long ride for them, because usually on dating those kind of individuals with that level of energy, it is always going to appear that they are some form of teachers. Okay, they're most likely going to be teaching you things, and sometimes it is easier to teach somebody who can understand something very fast. But they also understand that they will sometimes maybe show you some things or maybe teach you some stuff, and you may not be you may not be there yet. You may not be ready for some wisdoms. You may not be ready for some insights. You may not even be ready for enlightenment, for this matter. And those guys, they are very enlightened usually. They are very much tapped into the higher wisdom and intelligence. Okay? So an emotionally intelligent person, sometimes those kind of relationships is not going to be a walk in the park, because you are going to have to be like on a daily basis, regular basis. You're going to be challenged. Okay? You're going to be challenged in so many ways. And sometimes they are doing this even without trying. There is something they are telling you. Do you know what was the meaning of that squirrel we met at the park? Do you know what was the meaning of that word we met on the post? Do you know the meaning of that movie? Do you know the message behind that song that you're listening to? They are going to be telling you a lot of things. And sometimes these are going to be things that you never heard before. So you may be a person really, when you're talking about this kind of individuals, spiritually gifted people, it is very difficult that you're really going to catch up on them. Those people, they are moving at a very fast pace. Emotionally, they are moving too fast. And sometimes they are going to be too fast for you. So it is sometimes going to turn out very frustrating for a person who is not on that frequency to tap in. It's going to be very difficult. But they also understand that sometimes there is people who are on this journey, okay? They know. There is people out there who are on this journey. And sometimes there can be some matches here and there. Like I've said, it's very rare to see or to meet those people, but they are there, they're out there somewhere. And they know if the two of them connect with that person, they know. Because remember, another thing very important about spiritually gifted people, these people, They know that dating somebody who is not on their frequency is going to either block, stop, or delay their manifestations. And those people, they are into manifestation. They are into building every single day. They are not in one place sitting and waiting miracles to happen. They're out there making it happen. So if they're with a person who is not in vibrational alignment with them, it is going to be very difficult for them to bring in their manifestations, okay? And they're going to feel like the energy between them and that person is incompatible. So it is what is sometimes delaying their manifestations. And as much as they really do appreciate you, even on the physical 3D level, they know that that thing is not going to work, okay? It's not going to work because they're going to feel it. Let me promise you, a spiritually gifted person, when you date them, even if they've been with you for a week or two, even a month, they're going to feel a very big shift in energy. They will know that there's something wrong with the energy. You know, they may feel a reduction in their energy, or they may sometimes feel like you are simply not a vibrational match, and they are going to sometimes drag out of that relationship. So for them to engage in something that they really feel may not work, what they usually do, they just step aside and they just step away from those situationships. They are very patient people, you know. They are very patient people. They can wait. A spiritually gifted person can even wait for years. They can even wait for 5 years if they want to. As long as they have not met anybody who is in vibrational alignment with them, they are even ready to wait for 5 years until that person shows up. But even if that person doesn't show up, they are still comfortable in their own skin. So that is what makes it difficult to, when it comes to this kind of relationships with this kind of individuals, is very difficult, okay? It's not a walk in the park. It's a very big challenge, not only for them, but even sometimes for the people that desire to be with them. So there has to be a match. And we're talking about a match on a very spiritual level. We're not talking about a match on the 3D. You will match on the 3D, but on the 5D, you're not a match. And that's just how the way it is, okay? So when it comes to those people, just know, ladies and gentlemen, you may really want them. They're okay, nice looking and everything, but you're not really ready for that relationship. And sometimes they'll even do you a favor and they will tell you straight away in the early days that it's not going to work, because they've already seen everything. So they're really tapped in to that extent whereby they will actually even foresee that thing will not work, and they don't really want to waste your time, okay? So that's how it works with the relationships as regards spiritually gifted people. So if you have had that kind of experience, let us know in the comment section below. You guys do know that I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.